Yo, what's good, guys? Just wanted to film a little quick video, just a little chat, a little talk like this. So no screen recording, no reacting to some video, just a little one-to-one. I wanted to talk about what I've learned about myself lately, especially the past few days. So the thing that I've learned about myself is what kind of person I am when it comes to what motivates me to actually work harder and actually do more. And I've realized that if I work hard, if my motivation is myself alone and living a great life and possibly in the future buying expensive supercars, traveling all over the world, checking into the best top tier 5-star hotels, eating at the best restaurants, and so on and so forth. If these are my motivations, I will not work hard. I will not care enough to work hard and actually go towards that because it's not a strong enough motivation. It's not a meaningful motivation. And therefore, I will not work towards it. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not the kind of person that's wired to care about these things deeply. Of course, every man wants these things. They're good things to have. They're nice things to have, nice cars, being able to travel the world, living in the best hotels and eating at the best restaurants and so on and so forth. These are things every man wants, of course. But if that is your focus, it's not meaningful enough and it will not drive you enough to actually work hard. And that's what I've come to realize with myself. Every time I make that my focus, vanity, just aiming towards vanity, meaningless shit, I don't work hard enough. I become very lazy. I drop the ball. I slow down. I give myself excuses. I start getting sloppy and tired and lazy. And that's not how I want it. But every time I shift my focus to deeper things and more meaningful things, such as providing for my family, taking care of my loved ones, making sure my family's set for life for generations to come, and just leaving my last name to be remembered for the world, and leaving a positive mark where I've actually done something to change the world in some way at least. I think that's much more meaningful, and that's something that gets me to work way, way harder. I'm gonna draw a specific example. It's very, very personal, this example, but I'm gonna draw it anyways because I think it's very relevant, and that's actually what got me to create this video in the first place. So I recently found out my mom has, early stages of cancer. And for me, I actually knew about this almost a month ago. And at that point, she told me it's not a big deal right now. It's just the very, very, very early stages. They're going to be able to surgically remove this in one go, and then that's it. You're done. It's like a 1-hour surgery. But yesterday I called her just to get some updates on the situation, and she told me, okay, they have found some more of the cancer that has spread a little bit more. Nothing too big still, but definitely bigger than what was found a month ago. So right now they're recommending surgery plus some radiation or chemo or whatever they decide for. And right after she told me those news, I feel like my mentality just shifted completely. Everything shifted for me, and right now it was very different. It was okay, first I worked to improve my life. I always did it for my family as well. I've always done this for my family, but first and foremost, I've always thought, okay, my family will be all right in the coming few years. I need to prioritize myself first, make myself money, and then I'll take care of my family. But right now, my focus is very shifted. Right now, my main focus is making money to take care of my family, especially my mother. Having heard those news and knowing that my mother is getting older and she's obviously not in optimal health, she's still fine, but anything can happen. And it's every man's dream to take care of their parents, especially their own mother. So my main mission and motivation right now is much deeper than vanity and meaningless metrics and status. I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about taking care of my mom, making sure she does not have to work anymore. I do not want my mom working for any more than the remainder of this year. Preferably even sooner. I want to get her out of work as soon as I can, but obviously I still have work to do. But that has become my main motivation and my main mission, and that's what I'm working towards endlessly right now, and that's all I care about. I care about making sure that my mom does not have to work, especially finding out that sensitive and personal information that I just shared. Because diseases and sicknesses like that, they make you realize that time with your loved ones is very limited, especially your parents. Your parents are going to be, for the most part, 20 to 30 years older than you. Meaning when you're an adult, they're already going to be at an age where they're starting to get old. And at that age, they may start developing some diseases, some sicknesses, some complications with their bodies. And that's when you start realizing and you start getting a perspective shift that time is very limited. Time goes by extremely quickly. Your parents are getting older. They don't have an unlimited amount of time left on this planet. And you want to be able to take care of them. You don't want to leave them for the state, for the government to take care of them, to have them be put in a home and have the government take care of your parents, because the government does not give a fuck about your parents. They don't give a fuck about anyone. Imagine having your parents in a home with a bunch of other old people that the government does not give a fuck about. Them living there for the rest of their days around people that does not give a fuck about them, instead of being around the people they love. Living the rest of their days around the people they love. I mean, that to me is the best way to do it. That to me is the most beautiful way to end or to live the remainder of your life. Not living in a fucking home with other old people and staff that does not give a fuck about you. They probably laugh at you when they're taking a lunch break, these staff. They're probably laughing at your parents that are old, living in this home. And they're making fun of them, they're teasing them, because a lot of these old people, they have maybe Alzheimer's, they don't remember things, they don't understand things, they're slower, their brains aren't as quick as they used to be when they were younger. And a lot of these staff working in these homes, they use that as entertainment. Imagine having your parents live in these kinds of homes. I personally don't want that. I want to make sure that my father has passed, but I'm talking about my mother right now. I want to make sure that she is well taken care of. And especially after finding out that this is what's going on with her right now, I want to make sure that I get to my goal and fulfill my mission as soon as possible. I'm in a hurry, I'm in a rush, like I need to make things happen, right? I feel like I have no time to waste. I need to grind, I need to hustle. And when my motivation is directed towards something much more meaningful than just myself, things become so much more meaningful, and working hard becomes so much easier. Because hard work is not easy. It's very difficult to work hard. It is one of those things that you don't want to do. It hurts doing it. You push your limits every day. But when you do it for the right reasons, you will find a way to make it work in an easy and efficient manner. You will become very creative and you will be able to push yourself harder than you thought. But when you do it for yourself, when the motivation is yourself, I'm going to buy this car and I'm going to live in Dubai, I'm going to fuck all these women, blah, blah, blah. That's vanity. That's meaningless shit. When you do it for meaningful stuff, such as leaving a mark on this world, leaving your last name to be remembered, having your family taken care of for generations to come, that's much more meaningful. Now you've created a motivation that's going to allow you to achieve your goals. That's why people say your why has to be strong enough, and that is so true. If your why is not strong enough, if your purpose, if the reason you're doing this is just for vanity and bullshit, you won't keep doing it. You will find a way to quit, or you'll be very lazy with it. You'll be very lazy with it and you won't work as hard as you can. And the truth about me as well, I honestly don't care that much about myself. The reason I want to achieve my goals is to take care of the people I love. That is my purpose and that is my meaning in life. That is my drive, and that's what I want. I don't care about me. I'm this kind of guy that doesn't need much. I honestly eat the most boring food every day. I eat rice, I eat chicken, I eat beef, eggs, and that's it. I don't buy new clothes, I don't have fun, I don't go out and meet women. I just sit inside, I work, and then I train. And then I cook some food, and then, I just spend time alone. I don't need much. I don't need much to be happy, and I don't really care about happiness. Happiness is not something I prioritize. I care about fulfillment. I care about meaning. I care about taking care of the people that I love and seeing them happy. That is my happiness. That is what I care about. That is how I work. That's how I function. I don't give a fuck about myself in that sense. I don't mean I don't care about myself. I mean, I don't give a fuck about my needs per se. Truthfully, I love myself. I love myself and I care about myself very, very much. But what I'm trying to say is I don't need much to be happy. I don't need much to be happy. I don't need much to be content. I just need basic things. Good food, whole foods, training, work, and, just a roof over my head and my family's well-being. But my family is my main mission, taking care of my family. And then knowing and finding out that my mother is in a vulnerable state right now and that it may be escalating has put a fire up my ass and has made me work harder than ever. So, yeah, that's my main mission right now, making sure that my mom does not have to work anymore. That is what I'm working towards. I want her to rest. She's had a very hard life. She's had a very traumatic and stressful life, and that hasn't helped with her health. So I want to make sure she's very well taken care of the remainder of her years. I don't know how much time I have left with her. Hopefully, this is just a little scare that doesn't lead to anything, but you never know. God decides who lives and who doesn't. God decides. It's just up to God what He decides to do. And hopefully He decides that it's not my mom's turn to meet Him and to move on to another life, but hopefully He decides that she'll have a few more years on this planet with her family. I just want enough time to be able to make my shit work so I can take care of my mom. That's all I care about. That's my main mission, and that's it. So hey guys, I'm not going to keep ranting. I think this video has already exceeded 10 minutes, but I just wanted to share this part of my life with you guys of how I work and what has shifted for me recently when it comes to motivation and what I'm mostly driven by when it comes to working and performing. So hey guys, thank you for listening to this rant for over 10 minutes, I would presume. And as always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.